Probably. Yeah, thank you again, Murph. So we're back for, I think, day 4 of biotech. And you might be saying, if you're watching this on VOD or YouTube or something, you might be saying, day 4, but this is like episode 12 or 9. I have no idea what episode it is. But I have been dividing the stream up into 2 or 3 hour chunks to make it easier and faster to upload to YouTube. I will say that today's stream is going to be a little bit slower because I have a meeting at my daughter's school in the afternoon sometime. So we'll probably get in 5 or 6 hours today. So let's just dive right into it. We are still on our first, or I am, our first biotech run, and we're like, I would say late mid-game.
You will join us or
is
die,
where I would put us.
Master.
Eversor, thank you for the gift sub to Murph. Thank you, Eversor, much appreciated. So we're like late mid-game or early late game or whatever you want to call it. I don't know, it's kind of arbitrary. But we've had a lot of crazy things happen, and the biggest story in the game so far is probably Experiment, who came to us as a 3-year-old child being chased by 2 armies, and now he is a 13-year-old god pawn, trigger happy, tough, fast learner, fast walker, psi casting, vampire skills, level 11, burning passion shooting, masterwork rifle. This is so insane to me that we have fostered this god pawn. He is so good. He's so good. So like I said, I did adjust the sound because I had quite a few people complaining about it. If you notice something's too loud or today, let me know, and we'll dial it in even more, and I'll just leave it on those settings for the future. But yeah, something too loud, too quiet. Yeah, I know. If we get a legendary assault rifle, he is getting it for sure. He is currently in death rest. We'll get him up pretty soon, and he does have the death rest accelerator, so he does rest faster now. Is this the new? Yes, this is still that. This is still the playthrough that's going up on YouTube. Yes. Experiment going to space, maybe. So, all right. Is he the guy who? Yes. He profaned a peace ritual. That's right. At the end of the stream, I was putting in a very nice floor pattern that everyone's gonna hate. So, another thing too is I've been getting lots and lots of comments on YouTube telling me the Singularity box no longer works as of 1.4, and that's the reason I'm not using it, they say. So I'm probably not going to use one for a long period of time, but I'm thinking I'm just going to build one. I'm just going to build one and test it, even though I've tested off stream. That way at least I can link to it and be like, hey, check it out. This still works. With an imp, have the kid breed with a furry or something. Make an omega pawn. Omega lol pawn. We are currently working on getting more electricity because we are power hungry as a Mechanitor, power hungry. And we are going to be working on getting our first boss mech of our own. We actually need 2 more chips. We need 2 more chips to get it. So we're going to summon the next 2 tiers of DIABOLUS here really soon. So haven't had to use it since 1.4, but we'd be sad to be fixed. I don't think it's fixed, so yeah, I used it on 1.4 unstable and it worked. So I think people are just, I get lots of comments on the Singularity kill box letting me know it doesn't work and I must be using a mod. And then I ask them a question about it, and almost always they've built it wrong. It's working for you too. That's what I figured, but a lot of times I'll be like, you have to have all the doors actually open. They're like, what? You have to open all the doors? I'm like, it clearly says that in a video. And then I'll have someone be like, the raiders aren't, they're all clumped up. What do I do? And I'm like, obviously you didn't watch the whole video because you didn't do this part. And then I'll have someone that's like, anyway, I get a lot of complaints about it not working, and it's generally the person has done it wrong. User error is the most common, but I'll probably build one even if I don't use it for most raids, especially so I can test it with mechs in it. So I wouldn't mind having seeing like if it's usable with like
your steadfast loyalty,
even Militor, you know. Let's see how the Militor goes. So people use the blueprint mod, but then they don't do other parts of it, like hold the door open. So one of the most common things with the Singularity box when people say it doesn't work is they don't have all the doors open. So it's a Twitch issue. It's not my audio. I need to put a command for that. I have to tell people about it every single stream. If you are having something to do on the stream with audio issues, it is a Twitch low latency issue. And you might say, but Adam, how's it only impacting music? I don't know. It's a Twitch thing. But anyway, click under your video on the gear and then click advanced and turn off low latency mode, and it should fix the problem. Took me a few tries. Yeah, and I'm not like making fun of people for not getting it right, but the comments that I get that are like, guys, don't try to use this, it no longer works, are kind of frustrating because they've done something wrong and then they're telling everyone else it doesn't work. So. All right. Harry Sakurai, thank you for the 4 months. Patton, thank you for the 7 months. Thank you guys, 3 subs. It's more noticeable on music because of the pitch difference and music being constant. Yep. All right. We got a Wonder event. Let's see if they are going to be kept or otherwise. We got Clark here. Careful shooter. Look at this, though. Holy crap. He's a baseliner. Good shooting, good construction. I don't really like careful shooter, especially on a good shooter already. But we'll imprison him, and then we'll decide from there. So we're going to imprison him as a conversion, or to convert. And then also, we lost some prisoners, so I also need to get some more blood. Need to get some blood farming going, so we're going to just go ahead and arrest him. So between, yes, keyboard and chair, yeah. Let's go in. Cloverleaf, Minion, Schnan, welcome in. Dim, Pointless, welcome in. This run going on YouTube. Pausing the runs you've done that haven't gone up yet. Yes. Yeah, there's already like 6 episodes of this on YouTube. Yeah, this is the run that's currently going on YouTube. Yep. Let's go on, Sammy. And I haven't had a chance to get the unpublished videos up to Patreon yet, but that's on the docket as well. Yesterday was my daughter's birthday, and that's why I took yesterday off, and it was a very, very busy day, even more so than I thought it was going to be. But yeah, that's part of the plan too. All right, we'll get that power done, and once that power is finished, getting set up, we'll call in another boss. All right, do we have any quests going on? Nah, not really. What's that? Awesome purple mood light. You can do that. Look, the lights now in 1.4 are RGB lighting. You choose whatever you want. All right. So we're just going to convert them first. And speaking of, we have a convert out here that we still need to finish off. So it's on cooldown. She had a great day. Yeah, she had a lot of fun. Yeah, thank you. It was a long day, though. We didn't get done with doing everything until almost like 9 o'clock last night. Yes, now, the caveat to that, thank you, Stan. You have to, there's a new research. They've replaced color lighting research with advanced lighting. And it's relatively early on. It's right after electricity. And advanced lighting does 2 things. It lets you change the color, and it also drops the wattage, or how much energy it takes. Same thing. To have a lamp, so you can have more of them down without as much energy expenditure. So kind of cool. All right, we're getting that done. How long on a ritual? 7 days. 7 days. Okay. Hey, there's someone out here named Butts. Butts is selling barrels. I don't want any butt barrels, so it's useful. Yeah, even outside the color, it is useful. Yeah. 50% reduction isn't a lot, but when you have a big base, or late game, you have lights everywhere, it really does add up. So some people ask me sometimes why I have lights out in the middle of nowhere. So for anyone that doesn't know, and Smurf and I are working on a guide. So here's the thing: we were actually working on a guide, I think that's going to be one of our best guides, if not the best. We're working on a guide before Biotech came out for traits. And then Biotech got announced and it went on the back burner. But now it's on the forefront again. We are working on it right now. I'm actually doing the recordings for it after streams right now. And that's going to explain a lot of this. But I will say that darkness, unless you have the darkness precept or meme, is really bad for your pawns, both mood and movement. So having lighting everywhere they go is actually really good. It's really helps with movement. Hey, we got a new mech. Oh, we were gonna name this River. I forgot about. Oh God, Rivers. Anyway, it's very good to have lighting pretty much everywhere, unless you have the darkness meme and precept. So Rivers is a bot that can work on fabrication. So this is the first time we've ever gotten a fabricator bot. So we're gonna try that out. Rivers here. We're gonna put him into the work group. And what is he doing? He can cut stone. What? But doing for anything for Halloween? Already did. Yeah, I already did all the horror streams. I did them before Biotech came out, so. Yeah, we played through like 8 horror games in a row. Almost, yeah, Rivers. That was really crazy. For anyone that didn't see, we had a bug with a pawn where the rip scanner was not ripping his brain out. Well, it was, but he was surviving. So it would be like, are you sure you want to use the rip scanner on him? It's going to kill him. And I was like, all right, we'll do it. And then it didn't kill him, but we still got the brain. And we did it like 5 times before I was like, all right, I need to stop exploiting this. So the rip scanner is something with biotech that literally destroys their brain in order to scan it into a subcore to make higher tier mechs. I played 8 horror games while wearing a chicken suit, yeah. I don't really want Tink anymore, but... So that fabricator bot being able to cut stone is pretty interesting. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting it mainly working at fabrication, hence its name, and the bench there. So... let's take a look here. I wonder, so if they don't already, I would like them to... They need to change this. So now you can set it to any worker, any slave, or any mech. I would also like to change it now to any pawn. They need an any pawn function because I would like to be able to choose not to use the mech for this function, you know? Rip scanner bug happened. I have no idea. Yeah, and what's really weird is it didn't happen to the other one. I really thought like, all right, there's a problem with my game or a mod or something, and it's going to not kill anyone. And then we put another person in there, and it killed them. So I have no idea. No idea. This one started as a Mechanitor, yeah. Yeah, it is. It's very odd. I have no idea what was going on with that, but you know. All right, child growth moment. This is one of the children that we don't care that much about, but we might care. Choose 3 skills. Tough. Oh my god, guys. Another trigger happy tough child. This is nuts. They had the immortal gene? No, they did not. What was behind the decision not to use Singularity kill box? Because it's overpowered. We used it in the last 2, or we used it in the last playthrough and 2 playthroughs before that. And it's literally so strong that it makes everything in the game pointless aside from breach raids. Like, literally, you can just kill every raid in the game with, like, 6 people without taking any damage aside from breach raids. So I don't use it every run because it's too strong. Another tough trigger-happy Burning Passion shooting. That's really crazy. So we'll make this one into a shooting specialist as well. And because of that, some of these things are going to end up being disabled. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab animals and yeah, there's not like a lot of these are just going to be disabled, so it doesn't matter, I guess. So there we go. It should give you more points if you choose a bad trait. So animals doesn't. That's why I chose it. Yep. All right. So we're going to change your name to Tough Child. Tough Child. Is there a guide for the Singularity kill box? There is. Exclamation kill box. Exclamation kill box. Okay. So we got to get that finished. Are we on work schedule? We are. We are. Exclamation kill box. Necro B, welcome in. Dud. Dawn. Vizoth. Ness. Chaos Lobster, Ev, Mind Wild. If I missed anyone, I'm sorry. It wasn't intentional, but welcome in. Kids take 3 seasons per growth stage. So it depends. On default, a single quadrum, so 15 days is a year on default. So it's the benefit of children. Yeah, it's actually crazy. How many lives are we in this run? This is our first run still, and we have had no unintentional deaths so far. It's actually been relatively easy so far. But Randy, I even thought Randy was bugged. I was even asking Smurf on Discord. I was like, do you think Randy's bugged? Look at this. And he was like, no, it seems about right. So that's just Randy. That's just Randy. Okay. Unintentional. Yeah, we've killed a lot of our own people on purpose. We've lined them up against the wall and killed them. Do you have any tips with getting folks with your person's race? Ideology stuff doesn't attract them. You mean... Well, it depends on what you mean. Are you talking about their xenotype? Like, not baseliner? No, your ideology rituals are going to basically call in just people from your faction. How to get specific xenotypes right now? Right now, your best bet is to kidnap, imprison, buy, or breed your own. That's basically it. Yeah. And some of the xenotypes, I feel like they're going to have to change that a little bit with, because, like, right now, if you want to do an entire Hussar run, it's very, very tough because Hussar children don't inherit all the Hussar traits. So it doesn't, I don't know if that's a bug. I don't know, you know, if they're just going to change that, but it's very hard right now. Some of these xenotypes, to do a dedicated playthrough with it. Like, if you want to do a Hussar playthrough right now, it's relatively difficult. You don't have a lot of options, so unfortunately. Any new war crimes today? Not yet. We're just getting started, though. We got plenty of time for war crimes. Don't worry about it. Right now, we just got a new power setup, and we are going to call in a boss mech. Extract the mech link from the dead Mechanitor. I haven't tried that one yet. You can see if there's... You can try to right-click on them with someone and see if there's just an option. If there's not a button, you can see if there's an option to right-click. Or maybe in operations. But aside from that, yeah, I'm not sure. Right, yeah. Some xenotypes, they just don't inherit the traits, yeah. Full day of streaming. Yeah, I have to end a little bit early because I have a meeting at my daughter's school, but... Why do I never make beds for prisoners? Oh, we don't even need the prison anymore. In fact, we're finally at the point where we can cheese them. So I'll explain that. Let me let these guys out. Okay. Arilla is pregnant again, yep. Let me let them out and then I'll explain it. Okay. What about the blood? Yeah, we will put one, if we're doing one that's going to be a constant blood feed, we will lock them up. But otherwise, if we're converting, we don't need to do that any longer. Okay. So there is a exploit in the game that's been in there for like ever, that if a prisoner does not have a prison bed, then they will never try to escape. So you see this prisoner? He will never try to escape because he doesn't know he's in prison. So this prisoner is looking around and he's like, huh, I thought I was a prisoner, but I'm not in a prison. So obviously I'm not a prisoner. So he will never try to escape. Now the reason I had them in here temporarily was I was using them as blood farms, and I don't think we can use them as a blood farm if we if we don't have a bed for them, because they need a medical spot. A prisoner medical spot. So we will do that after we convert these, and we'll put them back in there. But we have plenty of blood for right now, so it's no bed, no prison. That's right. That's right. That's right. Okay. So yeah, let's start calling in. Oh, we got recon armor done. Let's get some marine armor. And I think we're going to call in the next Diabolus. We need 2 of them two more chips in order to get our boss mech made. So they can't escape with no legs either. That's true. That's very true. But then you have to put legs on them later on. No bed. Still can't open doors. That's right. Kin Q is still cheating on Arilla. Yep. Yep. All right. We're going to bring everyone inside the walls if they're not already, including our mechs. Give them a few minutes to get in here. Well, we're starting off with a banger today. It's going red. Welcome in. Oh, this base is not using that kill box, so that is the guide. F4 legless or blood farming. Perfect. Can't get enough biotech. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. What happened to my floor? Nothing. It's a... What do you mean? What are you talking about, Garros? Used to be combat music? No. Silver ore. Oh, I did the wrong order again. Did they paint the floor different colors? Yes, they did. Why did they do that, I wonder? Is there a guide on this kill box? There's not. No, there isn't. I want to put a basic one up, though. Huge fan of modern fashion. It's a children's hospital floor layout. Come on. Come on. Meals usually used for colonists. Early game I usually do 2 to 3, and later on I usually do 4 per. You can do up to 6, but then you'll have a few of them rot sometimes, unless you have a freezer, obviously. Using a hay floor at the start because it apparently absorbs 95% filth. You don't need it. I feel like it's a waste. Thoughts on that versus concrete? Concrete's way better. So here's the hay floor. We tested it when it first came out. You can use it if you want, but the thing about it is it's not going to really make it any better, because if you're doing it because of dirty or food poisoning from dirty cooking area, as long as your room is better than -2 cleanliness, but -2, they will not get it from dirty cooking area. And so concrete is a baseline 0, right? And another bad thing about the straw flooring, the hay flooring, is that it's 150% flammable. If anything happens to where it gets lit on fire, you get a drop pod raid, whatever, breacher hits there, something, anything happens, 150%, it is almost impossible to put it out before it superheats. So I really don't like hay floors for anything other than if you're keeping indoor animals to reduce the animal filth stat. But yeah, in personal preference, I don't like it for the kitchen because you only need the kitchen area cleaner than -2, and even dirt is cleaner than -2. So it just feels like a waste to me, especially with the other inherent dangers that come with a hay floor, you know. But so prevents dirt via the filth mechanic, right? Yeah. So that's why I said it's only good for animal filth. Yeah. So I don't think there's any reason to use it. So, and yeah, Ward and I are stream friends, so you can always let him know if you want. He streams at like random different hours from me these days, so I don't get to talk to him as much, but you can always let him know if you want my opinion on it. But someone asked if this was dried out yet. It is almost dried out. Almost. Dirt here is cleaner because it's not earth. You might be right. You might be right. All right. So I think everyone has had time to come in. Let's summon a boss mech. Let's see how big the DIABOLUS threat is now. No, that's not what No, don't tell him that. Tell him that hay floor only absorbs animal filth. And so if he's using it for anything other than animal filth, it's a waste. So, this is tier 4. This is tier 4 of DIABOLUS, so it should be interesting to see. All right, I think we're ready. Let's call it. So what does tier 4 Diabolus have? 10 Militor, 3 Legionaries, and a Centurion. There's 2 Diabolus. Do we get 2 chips? The boss threats infinitely scale. I don't know if they infinitely scale, but so far they keep scaling. How do I know the tier? I just know how many I've summoned. 2 Diabolus. Wow. I hope we get 2 chips. All right, let's try it out. Let's try it out. Call them in. Some of them, like when you have a siege or something, yeah, that sounds pretty good. I think we should get 1 chip per Diabolus. I imagine that's how it's worked so far, so. All right, so we have summoned them. Okay. So I'm putting these here, if anyone's wondering like what I'm doing. I'm putting these here so we can roof this when we need to if we get toxic fallout. We've been kind of lucky that we haven't gotten any kind of toxic fallout. We've gotten volcanic winter, but not symmetrical batteries. I don't have any batteries, so I have no idea what you're talking about. Let's call a new mech threat every 2 or 3 days until you die. That would be kind of interesting. Our own Winston waves. Yeah, I have no batteries, so I don't know what you're talking about. If you're talking about hydroponics, you literally can't have hydroponics even, so. This is how you have to make them, because they have to fit within the sun lamp. So you can only do 24, and this is how you have to have them, so. Sole reason they can't be symmetrical spheres. Yeah, they can't. They literally can't without a mod yet. Here we go. Look, they both... Man, hey, we haven't seen Legionaries yet. They come with a needle gun. Intercept ground projectiles. This should be interesting. Yes, you can make them horizontal, but no matter what you do, they won't all be even. Look at all the shields. I think I'm going to make another EMP sometime. I feel like we need 3 now. I remember someone was in the stream once arguing that if you did it perfectly, you could have 20... They said 26 basins. 24 is the limit on a sun lamp unless you have a mod. But there was someone in here that was like, one time, like really arguing against everyone. And we were like, no, it's literally impossible. Without a mod, you can only have 24 around a sun lamp. And they were just like adamant. It's like, no, you're just not doing it right. It's like... No. You must be using... Yeah, there's a lot of people that end up using mods for so long, they forget it's not baseline. Start really early. I always start at about... Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, give us a picture, show us. And they couldn't do it, of course. They mean a glitch? No, I think they were using... or they refused or something to do it. They were like, just trust me. You can Google it. But a lot of people will use mods for so long, they forget it's not in the base game. I usually start streaming at about 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, yeah. This last weekend was different because this last week was different because my daughter was on fall break, so I was sleeping in a little bit. I used to put them in a different arrangement, but it really doesn't matter which way you arrange them. I don't care about aesthetics at all, especially once the grass is growing. I really don't care. You think I care about aesthetics? Look at my base. Look at this. Let's go in peace. Welcome in. Beanie. Need more pink floor. Oh no. Sappers. I think we can do something about this. Quick. Open this. Oh crap. Bad timing. Oh no. They're gonna be here too soon. We can't. Let's go. I don't have sapper defense set up. These might come through there. Where are my battle bots? All right, I need one other person. Child. Here, now.
Our modest fellowship expands. Praise the sub.
We gotta rebuild this really quick. Actually, child, never mind. Never mind. Never mind, child. Child, never mind. Come back. Okay, structure. Just steel wall. I don't care. Converts. Oh, the other convert. Whatever. Is he insulting the children?
A new subscriber. Come, steel yourself. We are building an army.
Prisoner is escaping during all this, but what door did I end up leaving open during that? These guys are so good because they just absorb shots. You have raids and multiple mech bosses. I mean, we just had one with 2 bosses at once. I mean, they were the same type though, so I don't know if you mean like actual different types as well. Repairable bullet sponges. They're so good because we just put them in the front. Even if they don't take damage, they become a target and then we don't get shot at. So, and if they get destroyed, then whatever, we just remake them. They are extremely good just to absorb shots. Lucky this Sapper raid were tribals. All right. Went pretty well. We'll go ahead and allow all the things. Disallow the wood there. I gotta get a door made there. Okay. There we go. Bosses should be EMP resistant. Yeah, I think so. They are resistant, but they're not immune. I think they should probably be immune. They're like 45% resistant or something. The Militors, yeah. Which guys are you referring to? The Militors, because they're so cheap and easy to make, and I'll put them up front and they just get targeted first, so it's very, very nice. Like, I don't even think we got shot at all. Get Alive Gamer got hurt because I had him punching a prisoner. So that's a little different, but shelf wood, I know it is on purpose because I don't want to use all of the wood. I don't want to get into a situation where it's like, oh, I need to refill the burn box and we don't have wood. I know it's a lot of wood now, but it's still fine. Yeah, it is on purpose. Yeah, we have other wood here. Tripod boss raid. You guys have a favorite xenotype yet? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really even dove into the genes and xenotypes as much as the Mechanitor stuff yet. Slays with shield belt when they absorb more. All right, if you really want to min-max absorbing shots from enemies, here's what you do. You take a child, because they're the smallest body size, a 3 to 7 year old child. You give them a shield belt. You put them a medical sleeping spot out here, and you say that I want to do a surgery on the child. The child will go lay down. The child is the smallest body size, and they're prone, so they're very hard to hit, and they have a shield belt. Enemies will come in and try to shoot at the child and absorb so many shots, it's ridiculous. So if you want a bullet sponge with very little downside, use a 3-year-old child and a shield belt. Welcome to RimWorld. It's a rough world out there. We're gonna make our first boss mech. Yeah, we're gonna get our own DIABOLUS today. Remove the child's limb to make them smaller. I don't think that's a good idea, because if they do get hit, you want some of the bullets to not go into vital areas. So how'd I come up with these ideas? Where can I report war crimes? Looks like all the other ones died. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Okay. Stay with no arms still alive? Yes. Yes. They're now a child with no arms. They're 3 years old, I think. 4 years old. Still has no arms, yeah. We need to replace their lung, though. Why is the research room separate? Because research is faster if the room is cleaner. So a lot of people don't know, but if you go in here and you go to research speed, check it out. Room cleanliness adds 8% to research speed, which is actually quite a bit when you're considering late game research. So sterile tile in the research room. How are they drawing with no arms? Baby, what are you drawing with? Not that I know of Aluskia. They're a witch. They're using their toes, their mouth, maybe? Chalk toes. Yeah, and we actually have it at 119% because of indoors, cleanliness of the room, and the multi-analyzer. So 10% for the multi-analyzer, 8% for room cleanliness. They're toe painting. Our DIABOLUS is gestating. 12 cycles. 12 2.5 day cycles. What's that drill thing? Those are resurrection mech serum. They're extremely rare. They resurrect dead colonists. They're in the base game. No DLC or anything required. And I have them walled in so that people can't destroy them while they're having a breakdown. So they're there in case we have a person get killed. Limestone, let's move that. Do you have a lot of construction people? Why are you not using chairs at the production station? I don't need them. It just it gives 4% more comfort over the day because I have biphasic. So I have biphasic schedule set up with excellent beds attached to a dresser for everyone. So they're basically capping out their comfort twice a day, including their comfort mood buff. And so we've done the math, and adding chairs to the stations that they're at literally only gives 4% more comfort throughout the entire day. So it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. $12 cycles at 2.5 days. So about a half a year, yeah. I got 2 chips. Yeah, one for each of them. One from each of the mechs, yeah. Kind Optimus. All right. This is so crazy. The mech is making a Molotov cocktail for us. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Quest available. Rewarded War. All right. What is this quest? A Duchess. 2 groups of imps. Breachers. Double raid point breachers. I don't need any of this. I wish the reward was better. I'd probably take it, honestly. Yeah. We could kill that, but I don't. It's only risk, and it's not. And they're also all fire breathers, so. And there's 2 of them, and they're breachers, so. I wish that was better. We'll look at this, but I don't need one anyway. So this one yeah, Mad Muttering also. Yeah, no thanks. No thanks. Sure, let's look at the next tier, even though I'm not going to summon it right now. You can do that. Oh, 17 hours. Right, it has a 1-day cooldown. Child, tough child, sanguine child, baby. They get names if they reach adulthood. Or they reach 13. Want to stop by and say hi? Thank you, Joker. Thank you for watching. Put a child in your kill box to draw fire. RimWorld discussion. Think of all the leather. I know. Speaking of, I need to get Yoshi out of here soon. Fought the 3rd mech boss? Yes. It was kind of crazy, actually. The 3rd one resurrects other mechs. So... yeah, we fought the 3rd one. What was the name of it? God, I forget its name, but we did fight it, yeah. Name your child at 13 is an ancient. Getting close to max wealth. Whoops, crap. Not quite. We got another like 60,000, 75,000 wealth. We're actually doing really well on wealth considering how much we have. So yeah, we're still like 75k away from being maxed. Kind of nuts, actually. Okay. Child meat bag is an ancient tradition as well. That's right. It is, yeah. I've missed some stuff. Just a little bit, probably. Just a little bit. All right, we end up getting that sandstone. Okay. All right, you get these rebuilt. Let's go ahead and butcher this. Get that sent off. What are the big lamp things? Those increase mech's work speed and movement speed. I need to move this, actually, speaking of. I meant to do that last time. So mechs that you own in the vicinity get a movement and work speed buff. Sorry, Boop. We got you. I need to shut that before I forget. Open that one. Okay. Let's go on. Kruger, welcome in. Kieran, Do, Cozy Owl, welcome in. If I missed anyone, my apologies. Thank you for being here. Hidden, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Thank you, Hidden. Haven't heard all that craziness, but I did remember to come back. Chuck, thank you for the subscription also. Thank you, Hidden, for the 5 gift subs again. It's very generous of you. It's your boy, Chuck. Thank you again as well. How am I dealing with waste? No, the atomizer actually sucks. So I built one and I was like, wow, this is god awful. And so now I'm just dumping it on enemies. So here, I'll show you how I'm dealing with it. You might say, Adam, why does the atomizer suck? Here's why. It takes 5 days and 800 watts of power to get rid of 10 bags. 5 days every 10 bags. I can just dump bags any day I want with transport pod. All right, here we go. Here's how I deal with it. Hey, here's some tribals I don't like. We're going to give them a gift. Here comes our gift. Oh, now they're living in a polluted wasteland. I don't care. You just do the same thing. Far away does this run the map? I don't know. That's someone else's problem. It might be a problem for future me, but screw that guy. I'll ruin his life again. Working on EMP grenades forever. They don't get angry. They're already maxed angry. You can't get more angry than we'll come kill you. You see? Those tribes are already maxed hostility, so... Oh no, I'm making someone that's trying to kill me even hate me more.
Our modest
Doesn't matter.
fellowship expands.
Clicker, the reason the Twitch Prime here. Thank you, Clicker. Hey, baby. Do you want to kite some bugs? I'm going to kite some bugs, baby. I'm going to kite some bugs. Run, baby, run! Alright, we're training that baby on how to kite enemies. So he's going to grow up to be a warrior. Another warrior. What? No, stop it. Leave waste on combat tile or non-persistent tile. I did that, yeah. So if it's within range of a settlement, they will get unhappy with you. So you still have to be careful, yeah. Unfortunately. All right, it's time to do some crazy business. That baby's a hero. That's right. Guns, of course, of course. Domino, welcome back. Gifting factions to make them allies takes much more now. Yeah, yeah. I think they said that it was a bug how easy it was previously. Love the color of the science room. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. Thank you for noticing. Purple's best color. Why does everyone move so slow? That's just the way they move. So it's not 500%? No. 500% is a difficulty modifier. So losing is fun is 220% raid difficulty. Raid scaling, and the max you can push that up with custom difficulty without a mod is 500%. So this is more than 2.5 times more difficult raid wise than losing is fun. So it has nothing to do with speed. It's just a difficulty multiplier. Yeah, I was confused at first too. I was like, am I being accused that this is a 500%? It wouldn't be the first time. All right. I'm not going to call the DIABOLUS again because we don't need to, but I do want to see what tier 5 DIABOLUS is. Tier 4 is kind of crazy. Two of them. All right, that should stop eating without a table pretty much everywhere. There we go. 5% speed run. Cue the Vinny Hill music. That's right. Losing is hilarious. Masterworks, whatever. Does 5% matter? Am I doing a loophole that makes threats easy? No, it matters. And no, I'm not doing any kind of loophole to make threats easier. Just how I always play. Only tables and chairs. That's right. That's right. Let's go on, Rat Boy. What is your research order? Is there a specific path that's most optimal? All right. So I'll talk about research a little bit while they're building this. It depends on your start, right? Obviously, if you start tribal, things are gonna differ. But I'll tell you some of the most important ones in a playthrough. If trait is blue, it's from a gene. Yep. Okay. So some of the most important things, obviously electricity, right? Electricity, if you don't start with it, very important. And then it goes without saying things like stone cutting, complex furniture, complex clothing, whatever. Everyone knows all those. But here is some of my biggest piece of advice. Usually, if you're min-maxing, you're staying on low wealth for a while. I highly suggest you getting to mortars unless you get a siege early and get a mortar from them. Mortars and biofuel refining. I try to get those while I'm still low wealth so that I don't get just killed by a siege. Unless I've already gotten some weapons to deal with it. Like if I get an early sniper drop or two, maybe I wait on mortars a little bit longer because I know I can pull a siege to me before they mortar me, right? So those. I also like getting power, electricity that I don't need to do any input to. There's some very, like chem fuel reactors are very efficient, but I really like getting to things like geothermal, or even you can use batteries and like, you know, solar panels or whatever. But the most important research in the game, in my opinion, the one that I look at the most, is fabrication and deep drilling. These three right here. So you want to get to fabrication before your map is void of steel, and hopefully before it's void of components, although you can buy components and you can get them other ways. But fabrication allows you to make your own components. And then deep drilling and ground penetrating scanner, that combination will allow you to mine all the materials you need on your map without leaving forever. This was changed way back in 1.1, but once you get ground penetrating scanner, you can literally scan material forever. And then if you have fabrication, you can turn that into, you know, components, and then advance for advanced components. So I think these three, this trifecta here, for me anyway, in my play style, is like the most important. So what I usually do is I get my basics if I don't already have them in my starting scenario. So that's things like stone walls and furniture. Then I get my electricity. Then I get some basic defense, whatever weapon I've decided to go with, and that includes mortars. So mortars, SMGs, whatever, and that heavily depends on what has happened in the game so far in that playthrough. And then I try to get to deep drilling, ground penetrating scanner, and fabrication. That's my preference. Use long range over deep drilling. Long range is good if you want to target something specific. Long range is better overall if you are targeting things like gold or components. But of course, long range has its problems, right? So especially if you are playing on like hard difficulty and you don't want to get hit by ambushes while you're out, taking colonists outside of your base to mine, and then your base getting hit or not having the people there working is always pretty bad. So for instance, I can just mine thousands of steel right here without having to go out. So I think long range mineral scanner has its place for sure, especially if you're trying to the great thing is you can target it, especially if you're trying to generate golds or just raw components. But thank you, Judge. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. All right, Gray. If you say so. Long range component search is really good. Yeah, you just got to make sure you now when you get to something like drop pod plus far skip, then it becomes crazy. Jade as well. Yeah, you can target Jade. Yeah. Ziz, thank you for the 5 good subs. Thank you, Ziz. Very much appreciated. Also, much love to Ziz. Do we know if vampires can survive Luciferium addiction if they don't get Luciferium? I have not tested that. Not tested that. All right, so this is going to take 5 bandwidth, right? So how much bandwidth are we going to have left after that? Hang on a second. So where is that Scyther? There's Tink, which I don't really care about at the moment, so I think I'm gonna rip Tink up there. Where's our Scyther? Scyther we'll continue to use, I guess. So, let's go on Jet. Welcome in. Shooting effect, grenade accuracy. No, it does not. Grenade is a force miss radius item. Things like Trigger Happy changes how often they can throw it, or how fast they can, you know, basically the cooldown is, let's say. But Rocket Swarm. All right, it's combat supplier. I'm trying to think of what I want to do with this. Additional bandwidth. Actually leaning towards making some more aggro hands. Okay, go trade with him. So that 5 that's already showing is actually that boss in there. So we actually have 6 more bandwidth. It's a decent throwing distance. So basically when you select for a grenade and you see that area, depending on how far away you are, you can assume it's going to land within 1 tile of it. But yeah, I usually try to throw my EMPs from about 8 tiles or so. So the miss radius isn't huge, but I haven't done the math on exactly like what is the break point where you should 100%, but my feel is around 8 tiles. I should probably do the math on it sometime. But yeah, I've never done the exact math, so the closer the better, but there's no matter what you do, there's always at least 1 tile miss radius is what I guess I should say. So there are kind of, I don't know if you would want to call them diminishing returns or not, but cataphract helmet. Know who's getting that? Know who's getting that? Where'd you guys drop that? Experiment, we got a helmet for you, my friends. Approximately 8. That's what I usually do. If you notice from here, that's about where that is. Like, you know, so that's about what I do. Luciferium was changed in 1.4 to destroy the brain. You didn't understand why until right now. Ah, yes, there we go. To kill a vampire, the brain must be destroyed. And so that's why that, yeah, I didn't think about that either. Chandler mechs can use deep drills. They cannot, and it's not a bug. Developers have responded that tunneler mechs, mining mechs, are not supposed to use deep drills. All right, let's see. Let's see what it would be. The next Diabolus would be 2 Diabolus again, 10 Militor, 5 Scyther, 3 Centipede Gunners. Item in the northwest corner of the lab. It's a Resurrection Mech Serum, yeah. Experiment's grown up. He is. He's a god pawn. He's so good. He is super good. Okay. Balance is a reason given. Yeah. I think they either... Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like the mining one because once your map is done being mined, like, he's almost useless, but... Can the fabrication mech use a deep drill? I haven't seen him do it, so I don't think so. Because it's not a crafting... It's not a crafting job. Double drill arm, half cycle. That's right. All right, trial test run on biotech. This is still our first biotech run, yep. If that's what you mean. Possibly need more encounters, get 3. Yeah, maybe. We'll definitely see. Let's go on. Gar, welcome in. Can you send the mechs to raid if you send your Mechanitor with them? Yes. But you can't send them without your Mechanitor. There's a link range for combat with a Mechanitor. Oops. Thoughts on DLC? I'm liking it a whole lot so far. Yeah, there's a lot of things. Any crazy broken setups? Well, I mean, you can make all kinds of really crazy, stupid, powerful xenotypes in even just character creation. So yeah, there is a lot. There's a lot. Tables. I don't have a command for that. That's so they can eat at, so they don't get ate without a table. Stack the teaching percentage. Yes. Seems you want about 3 per desk, or at least 3 attached to a desk. Seems about right. Okay. We're gonna make another aggro hand here. You have a plan for a second Mechanitor and take tunnelers out for long. Yeah, I like that idea. Yeah. Especially if you have like far skip, yeah. Count as many people in a caravan. I don't know. I don't think so because the mechs right now don't count as raw raid points like combat pets. Mechs right now count just for wealth. So I haven't tested it, but my gut says because of how it's calculated as wealth and not just raw raid points, that taking mechs with your Mechanitor is not going to increase. I mean, it'll increase the wealth on it, and if it gets over 10,000, you know, or whatever, it'll increase the visibility, but I don't think it'll increase the amount of units you get ambushed by, but I haven't tested it. I do have a Twitch. Yes. Twitch is my job. Fire-breathing vegetarian vampires. Okay. Let our steel get built up a little bit again. Did we ever fix that? We did not. Okay. Furnace dazed. It's that convert. What about this one? Did they finally get converted? She's so close to being converted. Raising children mechanic is stupid good. It is very, yeah, it's insane. All of my, even the children that I taught, or even the children that I treated like crap have turned out to be god pawns. Ages of 13, 18. Just for all, just body size it seems right now, yeah. Body size and fertility and stuff like that change between 13 and 18. Do I like making videos or streaming more? Streaming. Does the military go dormant outside the Mechanitor range when drafted? So like if you, oh, you're asking like if they're already drafted and then your Mechanitor leaves that area? They do not, but they're no longer controllable in that area. And then as soon as you undraft them, they'll go. Well, if you haven't set that way. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Finish Rocket Swarm. Why would you treat a child like crap? Because it's a video game. And it doesn't matter. I mean, look at this. Look at Experiment. They were raised as a 3-year-old vampire in combat. Is your name actually Adam? My middle name is actually Adam, yeah. But my first name is not. Why would I name my child Experiment? Because they were experimented on their entire life. This playthrough is the story of Experiment. You can move, yeah, while they're drafted, you can move them into the control zone, but you can't continue, you can't control them outside of it, other than to move them into it. Yep. Didn't clean fast enough. Let's go on, Arilla. Welcome in. All right, we're finally getting the rest of those chairs down. We're getting our Devil Strand planted. I do need to get the third one of these set up. I think I'm also going to go ahead and increase our component stack to 30. Why have I done the random floor colors? Just to screw with people in the chat, yeah. Seriously. Oh, we got some more dye in, actually. I need to do some more. Let's just go through a bunch of the colors. We'll do like a couple of these in here. And we'll swap which side we do it on. It's a children's hospital. Then we'll skip to this side. And then here. Excellent, excellent. We'll do some of this like pale yellow. There we go. There we go. Oh, we need some up there. Let's go with like some blue up here. There we go. Can you paint armor? Yeah, you can do that since ideology. Yep. Yep. What's the point of painting everything like that? It's modern art. I can't help it if you don't understand it. Subs, guess this is the place to get a Steam code for the DLC. What? No? I think we've given away like 3 codes on the first day, but that had nothing to do with the paid subs, yeah. So if anyone here is hanging out today thinking that you're gonna get a biotech key, I'm sorry, but you're not from me, not from this stream anyway. Not from the stream. I can sell this as an NFT base. That's right. That's right. Okay, let's go through this. Yeah, thank you, Soul Sapper. No, we did give out a couple keys on the release date, but I don't think that had anything to do with the gift subs or anything. Yeah, we were talking about making pixel art. Yeah, maybe in the kill box. How am I liking the DLC? I'm liking it a whole lot so far. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Can't wait till we get our own boss mech. 11 more cycles. 11 more cycles. Less than 2 seasons, we'll have our own boss mech to play with. That should be a lot of fun. Really look forward to that. In the meantime, we're gonna get some more research done and wait for the next raid. I'm currently mining and stockpiling plasteel for other mech related things. We're getting some more agri-hands up. We're getting tables and chairs around so that people no longer... Oh, whoops. All right, let's just go ahead and... do we have 3 cooks yet? Sometimes. I need to move the cooking area up here, actually. Or at least closer, I should say. Maybe in this little corner would be fine. Also, I need to move this over finally. I mean to do these things, I keep forgetting because there's just so much to do. So much to do. Okay. This is vanilla. We're playing with all the DLCs. If you're wondering about mods, I basically use like 3 mods and yeah. Actually, mods. There's the mods. We're gonna start with colors, slowly looking better and better. Don't know if the idea did backfire. Starting to look good, actually. Quest active. Old Mechanitor mech site. Oh, we could get a second Mechanitor from this quest. You've learned of an ancient complex nearby that contains the remains of a long-dead Mechanitor. Mechanitors can create control. Yes, thank you. Oh, it's really close by, too. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. We might have to go check that out. Yeah, I overproduced on accident. Let's take that back. Could actually, well, part of it was because of the zoning, but it's all right. A road trip. Yeah, I think we will in a little while. Second Mechanitor. We could end up having one Mechanitor have all combat mechs and the other one have all like work mechs. Seems pretty good. We need a lot more charging stations and stuff, of course. Picasso, intent to trigger chat. Slow now resembles sky at twilight. Might be right. Vampire Mechanitor. Wonder how Death Rest works with it. Yeah, there's a lot of gear that gives +9 or even +12, so. All right, Convert finally gets a name. Let's grab a name for them. Come on, Twitch API. It's Wessie. Congratulations, you are a full-fledged colonist now. What's the table and chair in the yard? It's so that when they're out doing something they need to stop and eat, we don't get a -3. Caravan to Heelshaw. 4 bionic tongues for a persona core. I don't know. Right now, I'm not going to worry about it, I don't think. But let's paint, wash away, and rain. I don't know. I don't think so, but I don't know. Let's go on. Old Data, welcome in. Binging the YouTube comment or content. Transhumanist Run, I liked that one, yeah. Grandma came in and gave you nightmares. That's pretty funny. Thank you for letting me know. I haven't done a run with the mod that kills someone if they ate without a table, no. People have asked me to, but I have not. Don't care about the -3 for disturbed sleep, but care about... Okay, there's a big difference between those two. Because the barracks is doing other positive things. There's other positives to the barracks other than even just mood. So, having the -3 for nothing up here while they're mining, I'm not getting a bonus out of that. I'm actually getting a bonus from the room that's giving disturbed sleep. Now, if leaving them without a table up here somehow additionally gave them more work or movement speed, you know, less or a more efficient pathing or something like that, then I wouldn't worry about the table. So that's like completely different circumstances. Just because I don't care about disturbed sleep in here doesn't mean I don't care about mood anywhere else for other reasons, you know? So yeah, it's a completely different thing. What's all these quests all of a sudden? Met cluster. Pocraton. 6 centipedes. Other random crap and auto mortar. For LTEX crap. God, I wish you could just say, don't give me LTEX quest rewards. Cut trees, now leave stumps. Yep. Yep. Let's go more, bro. Remove the mech link via operation and give it to a non-vampire pawn. I don't know. I've not tried that, so. Yeah, I overproduce meals, unfortunately. Ah, well. Ah, well. Time loves useless rewards. I mean, LTEC stuff can be good in situations, but Prison Architect, no. I mean, I played Prison Architect for just a couple hours, but it was fine. I didn't mind it, but I haven't played it. I haven't really played it, I guess I'll say. Convert has converted. We are going to now turn convert into a hemogen farm for now. We have to set him up to allow for medicine. Got any through biotech? That's awesome. Yeah, you just got up. Did you miss much this stream? Not too much this one so far. Well, we did fight a double mech boss fight, but it wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad. Come back, boss fight, and sappers, yeah. Luckily the sappers were tribal, so we were able to just gun them down. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about the sapper raid in addition. Oops. Oh, we got 2 more doors we gotta get done. Someone finish this door. Where are you, life gamer? All right, at raid cap. I am not at raid cap. We're about 70,000 wealth off for raid cap. So we're getting closer, but we're not quite there yet. I think it was probably about 100 tribals or something. It's pretty standard Randy roll. More blackboards equal better learning, yes. What's the raid cap? 10,000 raid points. What's the wealth at? We just passed 200,000 wealth. We just passed 200,000. All right, so we'll get that done. Use age reversal until become a child. I have not tried it yet. I'm doubting it, but I don't know. Had a pig person raid attack colony with sentient boars. The boars kidnap one of your colonists. That's kind of interesting.
Welcome
Like about
back.
biotech since playing
Your
it? Not yet, no.
loyalty is greatly
There's some things about
appreciated.
1.4 I don't like. Mainly the change to low shields, but aside from that, no. Do rotting carcasses, they produce rot stink. Yeah, rot stink gas. All right, another Agra hand. We'll put it on auto repair and we'll give it a random name. Giga. Giga. Okay. Look at all these, man. All right. There we go. Do another one, actually. Giga. Yeah, that guy. What was it change to low shields? Low shields no longer stop explosions. So now if someone uses a... So the main reason I used low shields was to absorb doomsday rockets. Now if you put a low shield over your people, a doomsday rocket hits the shield, it blows up there and kills all your people anyway. So it's like, all right. How's DLC so far? It's awesome. Is it worth it? Yeah, it's like 2 or 3 expansions in one, it feels like, so... Boop, the military. Yeah, I like him. Yeah, explosions blow up on it, and the explosion travels inside the low shield now. So the low shield is basically only really great against bullets themselves. You can stand behind the low shield. That's true until all the rockets are gone. But in the meantime, you're not attacking any of the other raiders, and the raiders are flooding in and getting around you, so... The shells hold more than the floor? They do, yep. Depending on the item. Yeah, some things can't go on shells, but yeah, in general, yep. Do you need a high shield in? High shield doesn't do anything to bullets or rockets or anything. And without a mod, they're mech cluster only things anyway. Haven't tested skip shield, but I think people told me it blows up on skip shield also, but... What's with the lamps? Darkness slows your colonists down a lot and reduces their mood. So anywhere my colonists are moving, eventually I want lit. So if your colonists are moving through darkness, it's basically like they have peg legs and they're a pessimist, kinda. So every time your colonist, if you don't have like the darkness meme or precept or something like that, or like a gene where they don't care about it, when your colonists go through darkness, they suddenly they have peg legs and they have a pessimist trait, pretty much. Yeah, you can skip centipedes. They're actually the same size as pigs. Is that new? It is not new. No, it's been in the game since alpha. All right. Cut all blighted. Zone. Manage area. New area, area 1. Expand area 1 over the blight. Let's see. Who is good at plant cutting? Sparky. So schedule. Sparky, go to area 1. Switch to all work. But no, darkness has always given speed penalty for humanoid characters and mood debuff, yeah. Sparky getting rid of that. Are there larger lights? Not without mods. You were a convert. Yep. You were convert. Ayoko. Good luck at the doctor. Thank you for hanging out. So as soon as Sparky is done cutting these, we'll put them back on their normal schedule. There we go. So now put them back on biphasic, put them back to work, and we can go in and delete that zone. There we go. Tesla things, those make your mechs move and work faster. Make your mechs move and work faster. This room's at extremely impressive now. Nice.
Our modest fellowship expands. Praise the sub.
Who was that? Rapture. Thank you for the Twitch Prime. Thank you for using that here, Rapture. Much appreciated. Timmy. Thank you for the 2 months also. Thank you, Timmy. You missed the hype train. Here's your Prime. Thank you. Thank you for using that here. Crushed by getting muscle parasites since you're mechanized at the same time. Ouch. Happened early, though. Yeah, these make your mechs within the vicinity work and move faster. So I have some of those set up since we're going aggro hand here. All right, getting a lot done, a lot done. That autosave lag. All right, light it up. So the beauty stat influence and mood buff from the barracks. There's multiple things there. So one is the beauty stat of the room stat is different than beauty here. So in this menu, as far as room stats go, the beauty is an averaging factor of the whole thing, right? But then also you want a high beauty here stat. So if we click on this, or you hold down Alt, you can see like how much beauty things are applying, and the higher beauty here stat, that's where they get the little moodlet, like gorgeous environment and stuff like that from. So that's what we're working on now. Did the baby that hit with the mortar survive? Yep, it did. They still are missing both their arms though. Does it say how much work speed increase? I think it said, did it say 50%? No, maybe that was multiplier. Remote energy and competition enhancement device. Any friendly mechanoid will move and work faster. Do we have one that's currently being impacted by it? I can click and see. ST, they were using the Twitch Prime here too. Count saves a tier 1 sub. Probably never heard that before, but it does. Where am I from? My English is very different to understand at first. I'm getting better though. I have a very, at the moment, I have just kind of, I don't, like a normal American accent. It's not, I don't have the accent where I am from. If I had the accent where I was from, you'd probably have even a harder time. But I would say this is more like a Midwest accent. Maybe like Ohio or something. But I forced myself not to have when I was a teenager, I got rid of my accent. It's more like Midwest now, yeah. Complained about it on the dev Discord and they noted the feedback. Yeah. Sounds almost exactly the same as you. I am in Indiana now, but yeah. Does that make sense? Let's go on Spider, Zidian, welcome in. Enigma, Shizma Bob, Har, welcome in. You're from Oregon, and I sound like I'm from the coast. I did live in... I lived on the West Coast for a long time, too, but... Northern Midwest, yeah. I don't remember what I based my accent on. I forced myself to change my accent when I was a teenager, and I don't remember what I based it on. I'm guessing movies and stuff. I would, yeah, I'd guess. Oh, yeah, no worries, no worries. More familiar with English accent, yeah. Funny story about my original accent, right? So by the time I met the woman that would eventually become my wife, when I met her, I had already forced myself not to have an accent anymore. I was 18. But then when my wife, would-be wife, moved to Tennessee to live together with me, I had to translate. She couldn't understand my mom. My mom would say things to her, and my wife, you know, Modwife, as you guys know her, she was like, she's like, what is going on? I can't... Is she speaking another language? Like, honestly, she couldn't understand it. So I remember having to translate for my wife when she first moved to Tennessee temporarily. It was like... Give me a pretty rough accent. Yeah, it's the part of Tennessee that I grew up in is in the Appalachian part. Southeast, right as you start getting into the mountains a little bit. So... Don't really enunciate. People in the Appalachian, Tennessee region sound like they've just had a giant breakfast of sausage, gravy, and biscuits and washed it down with a gallon of sweet tea. You know why they sound like that? Because it's true. God, I could go for some sausage, gravy, biscuits right now. Seriously. I got some tea here. Speaking your language, non-native people in meetings, like talking with Italians or Spanish people. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. German, trying to understand Bavarian. All sounds are vowels. Why don't Southern people sound like they're ever in a hurry? Because we're weighed down by biscuits and gravy, my friend. My feelings on corn as a Midwesterner. All right, I'll tell you a story about corn as a now Midwesterner, right? So, my wife and I, neither of us are from here. Neither of us are from the Midwest, right? And we moved around the country a bit, and then we settled here in Indianapolis. And we settled in Indianapolis, and the neighbors are very nice. They came over when we moved in. They like gave us, you know, some banana bread and everything else. And one of them was like, hey, yeah, it's nice to meet you guys. We should have you over sometime for some cornhole. And I was like, yeah, we'll see about that. And I was like, oh God, if we moved in next to like some kind of swingers or something, what's going on here? Have us over for some cornhole. See, where I'm from, cornhole is called beanbag toss, all right? It's beanbag toss. So when it didn't take long to put 2 and 2 together, but at first I was like, cornhole is something else where I grew up, all right? Cornhole is something completely different. It's beanbag toss where I grew up. You know, cornhole, the game, is a really big thing here. It's fun, but I always knew it as beanbag toss. You had a similar experience coming from North Carolina? It's like, what? Man, these people here in Indianapolis are obsessed with buttholes. Bago? I haven't heard it called that, yeah. Not that there's anything wrong with that. 4x speed mod, I have no pause mod, which adds 4x. You can also add it just with developer mode, or you can find another speed mod. For me, it's just literally no pause mod. It's, no, they it was just the game, yeah. It was just the game. All right, I think we have enough to get... We don't really need to yet, though, honestly. I think I'm just going to leave it. We're also still overproducing cotton, so I think this will be the last cotton we come in. Let's go ahead and turn that off. Yeah, watching professional or whatever, semi-professional cornhole is actually really ridiculous. Like, every single time, just straight into the hole. It's like, holy crap. Cornhole in Wisconsin as well. All right, need meditation spot. You can wait for now. Horseshoes, yeah, I grew up playing horseshoes a whole lot. I actually played in a couple of very minor horseshoe tournaments in southern Kentucky just for fun, not like professional type stuff. Professional cornhole, that's right. Man, I really want to get this mech. 11 more cycles. Man, oh man. Yeah, we will probably make a hospital bed for Arilla's next birth. Yeah, I was thinking about that on the last stream. Oh, she's already in the 3rd trimester. Christ. Yeah, thank you for the reminder. I didn't realize she was so close. How long is 11 cycles? A cycle is 2.5 days, so yeah, we have a little over, well, actually, less than 2 seasons now. Yeah. No, she still is with her cheating husband. Yeah. Unfortunately, she actually got pregnant.
Welcome
like
back.
the day after he cheated on her again.
Is greatly appreciated.
Shizbabab, thank you for the 8 months. Thank you, Shiz. Very much appreciated. A good hospital bed? Man, I want a better one than that. I can't believe he only made a good as a production specialist. All right, cord. Oh, I didn't realize that. Your Mechanitor cycles are like 5 days each? Ouch. Never realized they're not masterworks. Those were chairs, not beds. Colonists give birth while in a coma. Shot in the brain the day before going to labor. Oh, man. That's rough. That's rough. Come on, Accord. Excellent or better. All right, that'll do. That'll do. That'll do. The baby was fine. Okay, how long until these... They're actually up already. Okay. All right, we're gonna do some festivals. How do you get... I don't know what you're asking. How do you get an abo without followed first? I don't know what you mean. What time is the Mechanitor cycle time? I'm not 100% sure, but it sounded like someone said that theirs was determined by the crafting skill of their Mechanitor, which is kind of interesting. Oh, sorry, a typo. Yeah, it's a gift sub. You got gifted a subscription, yeah. Gotcha. What's the 4x speed mod? No pause. I have it because of no pause. No pause replaces pause with 4x button. Yeah, so you just got gifted it by someone else. It doesn't, it means you get all the benefits of being a subscriber, but it doesn't mean like you have to continue it. It's not gonna like cost you anything or anything like that, so. Can you have a second Mechanitor? Yes. A few new turret types. I do plan on doing that, yeah. I do plan on trying that. Mainly for breacher defense. What's the patchwork flooring for? It's for, it's arts, yeah. It's modern arts. It's modern art. Just wait till I get to the walls. Gestation speed is determined. Yeah, I think it is determined by crafting, which is why that's what I figured anyway after everything else was involved with crafting, but I hadn't looked into it yet. I was telling people, make sure your Mechanitors have good crafting. All right. Another Agra hand. Okay, let's get him on auto repair. Get him a randomized name. Jagged. Jagged. Okay, there we go. There we go. Can you paint walls? Yes. Yeah. Yep. Where is the wall thing? There it is. Paint building. It's in under orders. How do you deal with Neanderthal breach raids? Guy takes like 100 assault rifle shots to take down. I haven't ran into one of those yet, so I don't know. Did we fight Diabolus again today? Yes, we did a double Diabolus fight. Let's try out a couple painted walls, see how it looks. We'll do that side red and see what it looks like. All right, I think we have enough steel that I can get our third set here. And until we need food going again, I'm going to put drugs there. Does painting require any resource? It does. Painting requires tinctoria. Well, it requires dye, which you grow as a tinctoria plant, yeah. And it is considered an art job. So if you have set things to paint and you're like, why aren't they painting? It's a art job. So you need someone set to art. The melee only run. Oh man. The Chupacabra. Man, the melee only run is so crazy. Still my craziest run, I would say. All right, we're gonna do these and then we're going to set up our last hydroponics and then we'll go from there. It gives art experience, yep. It's not a lot, but it does give some. Yeah, you can also get a second Mechanitor by resettling, someone told me. Most of the maps have a Mechanitor or chip thing on a mech. On the strata mechs. Visual aspect. Right now it's for the visual aspect. Yeah, I'm hoping maybe they do something like if they're near something painted their favorite color or near something painted their ideology color, they get a bonus, kind of like how they do with their gear. That would be kind of cool. But at the moment, it's just for us. But one of the extra nice things about painting as well, especially with walls, a lot of times, well, always, maps have 2 to 3 stone types. And a lot of times you'll be like, man, I don't want to make this room out of 2 or 3 different types of material, but that's what's nearby. Well, now you can just do that and you can just paint it all the same color. I'll have different HP, but what do we paint? Wish you got more dye per tinctoria. Yeah, it does grow pretty quick, but yeah. And they die really quick too, though. You got a quest really early for it? Yeah, there is a quest for it. We do have a quest for it as well. Am I at max wealth right now? Not yet. Not yet. We're about 50 to 70,000 off. So we're getting close. Old stone type walls. Yeah, I'm glad you can kind of fix that now. Still catching up, Steven. Thank you for watching. Gandalf, welcome in. It's crazy Reeve and pain stopper on your pregnant pawn. Okay, let them rest a little bit. For max raid points. So the maximum raid points in the game is 10,000. On my difficulty, I usually hit that about 250 to 300,000, depending on where the wealth's coming from. Should you always try to build everything out of granite? No. I actually don't like granite anymore. Granite is the stone that takes the longest to build from, and breachers, which are a common late game raid, get through granite the same speed as any other stone. So I would rather have things that build faster or are prettier. I prefer sandstone. Sandstone's my favorite stone in the game because it is the fastest building one. And I would rather be able to build and replace walls faster than have a little bit more HP against non-breach raids. So ever since 1.3 happened, almost a year and a half ago ish, well, not quite, but over a year ago, my preference now is sandstone and marble. Sandstone for basic building, marble for beauty. Slate, no, slate doesn't have any inherent bonus to it. It's just like a middle of the road stone. So all right, so we got only one join out of that, unfortunately. They have a relationship. Jogger, bloodlust, tortured artist with art. Okay. We'll keep him. We'll keep him. Jade is, yeah, very expensive. Jade late game for sure. For like places you want to be fancy, yeah. Surreal. Diagonal. All right. Get you switched over. We'll probably split up the schedules here soon now that we have so many people. Soon. Okay, let's get this made. There we go. Slate is the lightest stone for caravanning. I would definitely not be caravanning stone unless you're on like sea ice or something, I guess. Like, but yeah. Stone, pretty heavy, it turns out. Pretty heavy. All right. So we actually have 4 more slots. Look at that red. That's actually pretty crazy. Look how bright that scarlet is.
Our modest fellowship expands.
Pretty good.
Praise the sub.
Why so many tables and chairs outside? So that people are always within the 32 tile range for eating at a table. Kibble. Thank you for the Twitch Prime. Thank you, Kibble. Very much appreciated. We'll see what some of these other colors look like on walls.
Our modest fellowship expands. Praise the sub.
Let's check that out. Tex Vet, thank you for the Twitch Prime also. Thank you. Count same as a tier 1 sub, so thank you for the support. Much appreciated. Is there a good way to get more children if you're going children only? Just, I don't know. I kidnapped some children a few times in this playthrough, but 8 barrels, 3 raids. Yeah, I don't know. We'll think about that. Limestone's best for making lime. Do I have res serum? I have 2 of them yet. Yeah, kidnapping them if you don't have someone making babies. To watch on like YouTube TV or other devices. Yeah, it's a hard thing to try to figure out, Kibble. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna do some experimenting and see. So Kibble, can you see pinned comment or description on yeah, they really let me know, like YouTube TV, can you see the description, like the very first part of the description or the pinned comment by chance? Yeah, if you get to growth vats, yeah, you could do that. Man, the painted walls are very vivid. Yeah, I think you let me know, yeah. Is there a point for dedicated storage area other than RP? Not really. It's not bringing this down, really, so. I mean, you want your storage of things that they're using right next to where they're using it if you can, like, you know, but aside from that, not really. When we get to wealth cap, I will, I'll probably just throw down a bunch of friggin' shelves finally. How are we doing on that steel? All right, we should be good. We should be good. Oh, that's what's going on. I made that early in the stream and I forgot to put it in the home zone, so they weren't repairing it. There we go. How do you get embryos? So when someone's pregnant, I'll show you right now. You can go into their medical tab. Who's pregnant? Arilla. You can go into health, click on operations, and you can extract it. Extract an ovum into a storage capsule. It can then be fertilized by a man and finally implanted into a mother to start a pregnancy. Or, not when they're pregnant already, sorry. For pregnancy or for vats, you can do that, I think. What was the research I just grabbed? The research I am grabbing now is archaeogenetics, which is the top level genes. Yeah, kinda, yeah. With the new high mates, yep. Pause the stream like you do on YouTube. The VODs, first time catch live. That's awesome. Yeah, they were coming in. They were watching over there. Scoop man, welcome in. No comment or description on any of your YouTube TV apps. Ouch. Okay, thank you for letting me know. I might have to think about that some more then. Okay. All those devices have to open up the video on mobile or desktop. Use the video history to watch them. Yeah, thank you for letting me know, Kibble. Okay. I'll see what I can do about it, yeah. Man, that sucks. Yeah, thank you for letting me know, though, before I already started with it. It's going to be a little while since until I need to worry about it, because I'm still hiring an editor, and that's been an interesting process, to say the least, but... Alright, is this finally done? Almost. One more tick. Same when you watch on PS4 app as well. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. Also to watch, just wanted to let you know. Yeah, but it does add more. The least effort required to get to the video that you want, you know. The less resistance getting there, the better. So, it's good to know. It's good to know. Look at those aggro hands. Way to go, little bots. I'm back to recharge, just wondering. There's a couple different ways. All right, so a couple different ways, ARAM, for the charging. I'll go over all the charging for anyone that doesn't know. So first off, of course, you can set the, well, I shouldn't say of course. You can set the group power options. So if you go to a group and you click power options, you can tell it how low it can go before it goes to a charger. So this is by group. So especially if you're using something that's going to walk away from the base or have a lot of travel time, make sure you don't set this too low. I think it starts at 5%. So this is the first thing I would suggest, because it would suck for your tunneler bot to go out and mine on the map and they run out of power and you have to go get them, right? It kind of ruins the purpose of them going out on their own. So highly recommend you set this. Now, aside from that, you can go into the mech tab and there's a couple different options here. Dormant self-charge is a pretty good option for mechs that you're not using very often at all. They will literally just deactivate and they get 1% per day. So they'll recharge 1% per day, which is not a whole lot, but I mean, if you're only using them to pop up and, you know, fight a battle and then go right back into dormancy, then having one of your groups set as dormant. I actually have control group 1. That way, after they're repaired, they immediately go back into a dormant state. So those are the big ones. Aside from that, you know, you can have more rechargers, but I think the biggest one is setting your group recharge above the baseline 5%. Now, if you want to force one to repair or charge, you can click on your Mechanitor, and you can also right click to just take them there, even if they're not, I think, even if they're not completely idle already. I don't see it on that one. Yeah, it's only showing it on the ones that are idle. So, can miners use deep drills? No. You thought groups were for organizations? They are, but also you can change a group to a work mode. So another thing you can do, so you can actually have more than 2 control groups. There are implants and there are items that give you more control groups. So you can actually have a third control group that is recharge as well. So if you wanted to do that, you could have a third one that's recharge. And then when you have a group of mechs that you want to go recharge, you just go in here and change them to control group 3, and they'll all go recharge. So that's another option if you end up getting implants or gear that increases the number of control groups you have. So, but yeah, miner bots cannot use deep drills, unfortunately. All right. Okay, so we're gonna do our third hydroponic setup. Probably set it for drugs temporarily. Then we're gonna work on killing the next thing. Yeah, I really hope they could use deep drills. Yeah. Can't wait till this is done. This is really what I want to test out today. Really what I want to test out. It only takes 50 watts of power. Look at that. You can also trade. Oh yeah, yeah. So you can change right. Yeah. And then on the mech itself, I think you can also change it. Yeah. You can assign it to whatever group from here. You don't have to go to there, but if you want to do like a group of them at once, just the drag. Yeah, it's one reason they release they release the major patches usually a couple weeks before the expansions. Now, anyway, ever since Ideology, I should say. And one reason they do that is so mods can be updated. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I'll cut it. Thank you. Give it about maybe 5 or 6 minutes. I was hoping for another raid. Maybe we'll just fight a mech boss or something. All right. Last time I called her the mechs, we got hit as well, though, which kind of sucks, but. Cold tolerant, kind instinct. We could see what tier 2 of the middle mech is, just to see. What did it take to build one of those again? Oh, it was like nothing. 50 steel, 4 components. That's the queen. Don't cut it. There's so much to live for. Is there an item that recharges mechs in an area? No. There's not. Not that I've ran into anyway. Not that I know of. Do 2 at once. I'm gonna see what tier 2 of it's like. We've only done tier 1 of this this enemy, so. Oh, I meant to make them available today. Yeah. Whoops. Try Project Zomboid? Not really, no. Summon the Queen. Were you wanting a Sky God or a Granny, Modwife? Wireless power mod will work pretty awesome with it. Yeah, I think so. Which one were you wanting? Okay, we mined all the plasteel there. Granny? All right. A Granny for Modwife. Let's see. All right, let's see what you get. Granny Sky God, yeah. It's like my dear old Granny used to say.
Baby Carrots has a powerful screw. We get the zombies hooked on crack. Are you stealing my spot in this shower?
No, Granny, I'm not stealing your spot in the shower. Oh, repair, my bad. Repairing your mechs is a smithing job, so if you set it up, well, we'll go do it. A no wall challenge, maybe someday, but no time soon now that Biotech is out. Water's expensive. Shower's a group with your Granny? What UI mod is the top left is not a mod. It's in the base game. It's been there since alpha. It's categorize mode. It's in the bottom right of your screen. So categorize mode, not a mod. All right, let's see what tier 2 is. Why is your food not cooled down? Because rice lasts 40 days unrefrigerated. And if you are producing so much food that you can't eat all the raw food within 40 days, then you're making way too much food and it's just giving you wealth for nothing. And then I only make enough meals that we can eat before the meals rot. Meals rot in 3.5 days. So if you're making so many meals that they're gonna rot before 3.5 days, then you're probably making too many meals. So that's why. Lydia gang. Yeah, I'm gonna be busy with biotech for quite a while. Can we start a non-biotech challenge tomorrow? No. That's awesome. Boss, welcome in. Thank you for watching on YouTube. Love enhancer. No, I'm not going on a trip for a love enhancer. All right, let's see what tier 2 of the War Queen is. She has a heavy shield unit, 7 Melitor, 2 burn centipedes. I have a Boreal Forest playthrough up. You can check how I dealt with it in that if you want. It's the Tundra Run. Wait, not Tundra Run. Oh, wait, the Boreal Forest Run. It's not up. Never mind. Crap. The Boreal Forest Run was the Back to Vanilla run I just did. Yeah. Those. Someday that'll be up, but. I usually just hunt. I usually have a room that is not got any warmth, you know, nothing adding to warmth in the room during winter, and I just hunt on the first winters. All right, flame centipedes. We got. I think we're all right for flame centipedes, actually. All right, screw it. Let's call them in. Let's try tier 2 of the War Queen. Give everyone a couple minutes to get inside. Get these, start making drugs. Still need to bring the cooking area up here. I made a spot for it and I never did anything with it, so. Might do that a little bit differently than I normally do. Or not. We'll see. But Zoo DLCs are half off on Humble. Base games, see if it holds your attention. Sounds like a good idea. Let me know what you decide. I'll wait on that. Throw some food in a room to lure wildlife. Yeah, I do that quite a bit too. You can zone even just like a little bit of food outside and it will lure the wildlife where you want, and then you can just hunt them. You don't have to go out on the map. Eight max tier. Yeah. Is it upon almost going into labor? Soon, yeah. Soon. Modwife will not be streaming now. Ridiculous god tier pawn. Yeah, it caps out at 8, so that would be kind of cool though. Marriage is on. Second marriage, Sea Harg and Atomic. All right, nice, excellent. So, gotta decide how much of this I want to do is what. So, these guys are gone. I'll call in the War Queen. I don't want to get reduced rep with one of the few factions that we can trade with. So. Ideal number of pawns this run? I'm thinking about 25 adults, yeah. About 25 adults is what I'm aiming for. Purposes for the mech boss corpses or just shredding? Just shredding, yeah. Luckily they dropped the chips separately, so. They dropped the chips separately, so you don't have to worry about like, oh no, I've destroyed something that was vital to me. No, you're good. Yeah, if you had to shred them to get the chip, that's what I originally thought they were going to do, but no, turns out don't have to worry about that. Think of the Tuttler mech. I don't like it very much because it becomes, unless you're taking it out with another Mechanitor, like we were talking about earlier, for like long scanner mining or something, you know. Basically, once your map is mined out, the surface map is mined out, he's kind of useless, so it's unfortunate, but Yeah. That's just how it is at the moment, I guess. Whoops. Wrong stove. Okay, makes nice tea. This one I am going to do ×4 because it can't cause food poisoning anyway, so it's not going to ruin a 4 stack, although canceling, unfortunately, is going to make it so that we cancel all 4 instead of 1 at a time, but it's whatever. It's fine. Good enough. Why not planting plants just on the ground? The hydroponic basins have higher fertility than rich soil, so plants grow much faster in a hydroponic basin than anywhere else, and it also has it so I am more prepared for events. So if we have toxic fallout, I just put a roof on this and we're good. But yeah, hydroponic basins are very good. They're very space efficient because of how fast they grow everything. And so for instance, a pond can technically, if rice got planted immediately and harvested immediately every single time it was planted in a hydroponic basin, and you only made it into into simple meals, you only need 7 plots of hydroponic rice to feed someone forever. Don't they short circuit under the rain? They do not. No, you can build as many as you want outside. Sun lamps short under the rain, but hydroponic basins do not. And they never have. All right, she's in labor. Where is she? All right, here she goes. But no, sun lamps will, but hydroponics don't. No, I just might think of the children. That's right. All right, who's the best doctor these days? Is it still me? It is. Okay. She doesn't consider him a loved one. Wow. Arilla. Wow. What? No. I didn't click fast enough because of no pause. Oh no. Crap. That's really bad. Chance for meals get food poisoning. Do all 4 get food poisoning? Yes. Yep. They do. Crap. What happened? I was trying to do the birth thing with the doctor, and because of no pause, I took too long. I was trying to see what the highest quality I could get was, and... Oh, she lived. She lived. Oh, God, I didn't make a new crib. She somehow lived. And she threw it in the floor again. At least it's sterile tile this time. A sick child was born. The baby is sick. Grave infant illness. Needs tending now. Oh my lord. Well, she's feeding it. Like, what? Man, that sucks. No, explosions are stopped by the wall. Things on this side don't get blown up, no. That's the whole purpose of, like, walling in, the power cells from mechs and stuff. Or one of the reasons. I just throw it on the floor, it's fine. Don't worry about that. Just tend to it really quick. Okay. Imagine having a share of the newborn. I know.
Our modest fellowship expands. Praise the sub.
The moodlets are actually in baby speak. Is this new DLC? Yes, it is the new DLC. Parents are happy. Banu na ba boo boo wanu. Hartley, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Thank you for using that here, Hartley. You'll have to sleep in the same room as child or baby. If it cries, there are, yeah. If the baby cries, they get a mood debuff. The rest, the people around. That's why I have it in the corner. I'm going to try putting it in a baby closet, basically.
Our modest fellowship expands. Praise the sub.
Spy Pie, thank you for the Twitch Prime. And Father Darth, thank you for the Twitch Prime also. Thank you guys. Very much appreciated. Best mech to use, lifters and agri-mechs to lighten the load on ponds. I've been using quite a bit of the agri-mechs, yeah. I like them so far. Thank you guys for the Twitch Prime subs. Very much appreciated. Oh, we have a crafting inspiration on Brun. Are we going to get a legendary assault rifle for experiment? I hope so.
Our modest fellowship expands.
Judge Retribution.
Praise the sub.
Thank you for the Twitch Prime also. Counts same as a tier 1 sub. Financially supports me and you get all the benefits. Thank you, Retribution. I like making 2 agri-mechs, having them inside doing flowers as well. %53%, 10 quality 83. Exceptional medical care. Can we take it to the hospital bed?
Welcome back. Your steadfast loyalty is greatly appreciated.
I should probably put the crib in the... We'll see if we can make it an even better one, but let's put it in the sterile room. Can we zone a crib as medical? Yeah, we can do that. Surgery success 109. Immunity gain 107. Oh, masterwork. They won't let me take her to it. What if I... do it this way? Okay, there we go. Do I always use mods from a vanilla expanded? I have no vanilla expanded mod, so no. Oh no. Thanks. I was really hoping they would put them in this bed for the immunity gains factor, but at least they're in a better room now. I don't have any glitter world, but yeah, it's at 55. I don't play vanilla expanded now. I've done some vanilla expanded storytellers, but that's it. Smoke, spear, and dude. Sorry, dude, I'm busy right now. How long until we can tend again? Killing too many so you can gene splice them. Well, beggars won't fight back, so just arrest as many of them as you want. Just capture them as prisoners. Yeah, they don't fight back, so just capture them as prisoners, and that's it. They don't have a faction either. You can just draft your people, right-click on any of them, and just arrest them. All right, I'm gonna split this for YouTube, and then we're gonna see if the baby survives, and we're gonna call in the another one of the boss mechs. So let me split this really quick. And I'm going to check on something with Modwife. She just came in here while the recording is being split. Stream will continue, though. But let me split this so it'll be easier to upload to the YouTubes. I'll be right back.